Hello and welcome back to Tales from the Age of Men, and we're here on our party screen because I actually have to do something a little bit important. Yes, it's actually very important indeed. Okay, so someone mentioned in the comments that I should probably change my quartermaster, and I thought to myself, okay, why do I need to do that? Is there someone that has massive amounts of steward skill? And apparently, yes, in fact, there is. It's this guy. Yeah, now, this is what's really funny. He was actually playing my engineer, and that's the reason why I didn't even consider changing my quartermaster, right? But he has 300 steward skill, so how can I say no to that? Because if you take a look at the effects little readout on the tooltip there, it says, increases party size by 75. Then if we mouse over the guy that we had beforehand, it increases our party size by 35. So this is a huge 40-point increase in our party capacity. So thank you very much for noticing that. And indeed, we are losing some engineering skill, as you could see here. This guy is just fundamentally really, really good. Unfortunately, the other companions are not so good. So they're not going to be as useful here, especially considering the advanced, shall we say, the advanced pace of the mod. I feel like having these companions being so highly skilled really makes a huge difference to the overall playability and the overall satisfaction that you're going to feel when you actually play. Because when you're running around, right? I mean, as I said before, I think I said... Did I say this before in the previous episode? I'm not entirely sure if I did. But if I didn't say this in the previous episode, then I should probably say it now. Anyway, imagine you're running around and you're like, oh, okay, Gondor's just lost, you know, Osgiliath and Minas Tirith and Pelagia and all these other fiefs. And you're like, oh no, this is really bad. What am I going to do about this? I really need some strong companions. And the only companions you can find are the ones that have literally 60 engineering, 60 quartermaster, you know, well, 60 steward, 60 scouting, whatever you want to call it. In that case, you are at a fundamental disadvantage, and it is actually going to be frustrating. So, for me personally, I feel like the way that the companions have been structured is really, really nice. I mean, you can see here, obviously Aragorn has 60 in engineering, but he has, you know, what is it, 200 and something in scouting? Yeah, 250 in scouting, actually. And he's currently our scout, despite the dwarf actually being better at that. No, wait, he's actually... Wait. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. Okay, yeah. For some reason, our character and Aragorn look relatively similar. So that's a little bit confusing there. But yeah, anyway, that's the reason why I personally feel like the way the companions are currently skilled is very, very nice. And it actually does make things a lot more playable and a lot less annoying. Because obviously, companions, they do take a long time to level up. Yes. They do take a long time to level up. Anyway, okay, so I just wanted to show you that and just talk about the companions a little bit. And yeah, and obviously say thank you very much for, you know, actually letting me know that this guy had so much steward skill, because I didn't see that. I was mainly looking at him for engineering, of course. And otherwise, we can now move on. I'm here in Oldburg, of course. I mean, I wanted to actually recruit some additional troops, but I actually thought to myself, you know what? We want to get more Gondorians, don't we? We want to get more Gondorians. So I think I'm going to go to Morlad and actually do that, because that is a very, very low foot traffic area. It's going to be so insanely useful for us. Let's actually just go in here so that we can stop this caravan from being annoyed by these guys. And yeah, look at my medicine skill. Did you see that? The medicine skill literally just skyrocketing up into the heavens. Absolutely amazing. And that's exactly the reason why you want to get Doctor's Oath as soon as possible. It is just fundamentally one of the best perks in the entire game, just purely for medicine skill level ups. It's so, so good. Anyway, here we go. Yes. Oh, we get some archers. Do we want some archers? I don't really. Okay, I'll get them. I don't really want some archers, to be honest, but we'll get them nevertheless. Okay, so we're getting 15,000 from this, 17,000. There we go. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Do we have any saddles? Yeah, we do have a couple of saddles, but they're obviously not going to be significantly changing things any which way. I'm just going to sell a couple of other things there as well. So that's another 23,000. I could sell my prisoners. Wait a minute. I do actually have some of these guys. We should probably execute these Uruks, shouldn't we? I mean, all intents and purposes, I think that's probably going to be the best idea. Who's this? Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best idea. Oh, it's an elf. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. This fellow, I don't really care that much about any of his, you know, party skills or anything like that, but he does have 200 in bows. The question is, do we really want to get him in comparison to getting that Swan Knight fellow? Because someone actually told me that I can use the encyclopedia very, very nicely to find this fellow. So let's actually do that. So as you can see, we can see met before. This is an extremely nice filter. So that basically means that what I can do is we can possibly find... Is it this guy? I think it's this guy, right? Yes, there we go. That's him. And I can now send a messenger to this fellow, and we can potentially get him to join us. He has 300 in engineering, by the way. So we could very, very nicely make a massive upgrade. Obviously, this guy is 120,000, right? Gonna send a messenger. There we go. I might as well... Actually, wait a minute. Let me actually just check. Yeah, I do have enough space. Okay, that's great. I was actually thinking that I didn't have enough space for another companion. That would have been a little bit uncomfortable, wouldn't it? Me sending a whole messenger and a half, and then all of a sudden being told, oh no, we don't have enough space for him. Yeah, that would be absolutely awful, wouldn't it? That would be a bit embarrassing. I could use someone like you in my company. There we go. Oh, he's now 138,000. Was he 138,000 before, or was he 122,000? I thought he was 122,000. Oh well, never mind. I mean, we do have enough money, so that's absolutely fine. You know, that's okay. That's gonna help us a massive amount. So I'm very, very pleased that we were able to get him, and now we can actually, as you can see here, make him into our engineer, and he is going to be fantastically good. I could technically tell the dwarf to be our scout now instead of Aragorn. You know what? Let's do it. Why not? He's got 280. 280 means he does have the 275 scouting perk, which is going to enable us to move that much faster on the world map. So very, very strategic, very, very strategic selections that we're making here. And we're getting more of these guys? Really? Do I really want more of these guys? Not that much, actually, all things considered. Not that much. Anyway, I should probably take a look at this guy's armor and see if I can steal some of it. Ha ha ha. Yes, we will probably steal some of it. I'm sorry to say, but yes, it's probably going to be more useful for me than for him. But yeah, we'll take a look at it in a minute. Tier 4, Tier 5, Tier 6. What do they actually have? 280 in bows. So if we can level these longbowmen into their highest form, they are actually going to be the most dangerous archers that the Gondorians have available. As you can see, all the other archers or ranged solutions that they have are very, very low power. So it is going to be very much important that we level these fellows up. Okay, let's do it. Let's add an additional layer to our army, because it's been a while since I've actually used any archers at all, and well, we have enough space, don't we? So I think what we'll do is we'll literally just wait here and we'll see. I'm actually thinking, should I execute those guys? You know what? I'm actually going to do a little bit of a test here, and we are going to execute one of the Uruks. Ah, no, I hope that... Oh, wait, I think they did that, didn't they? I think the modding team did actually disable those relation messages. I could be wrong, but maybe they did. But yeah, let's actually just take a quick look. Who's the most powerful person here? Because I need to execute the most powerful one. I don't know. They seem to have the same stats, I think. So I'll just execute someone randomly here. All right, here we go. Okay. Yeah, no, see? There you go. No relation change. No relation change whatsoever. Oh no, we did get a relation change. Okay. Well, I was actually really, really pleased for a second there. But no, there we go. Okay. At least we did eliminate one of them, and we are having loads and loads of relation decreases, but these are relation decreases with enemy forces, right? Enemy forces. These are not relation decreases, as far as I'm aware, at least. Wait a minute. Are all these houses? Let me actually just see here. No, these are Gondorians. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I guess that puts paid to that strategy. I was kind of thinking that I'd maybe execute a couple of Uruks. I wasn't going to execute any evil men, just in case they wanted to end up, you know, joining us or something like that. I thought that might make a little bit of sense. But unfortunately, yeah, I'm now going to, well, I'm basically going to refrain from executing anyone from now on. I was kind of hoping that it would be a little bit different, but it's okay. We don't have to worry about it too much. Now look at this glorious recruitment screen. This is exactly the kind of thing you want to see every single day of the week, because look at it. Look at this. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Now, the only thing we don't want, obviously, is this Gondor page here. I'm just going to say no to him. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, we're going to have to... We're gonna have to leave him here. I'm not really interested in having him right now, but we are... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of something. We're gonna go down to Minas Tirith area, and we're gonna try and see if we can maybe be a bit of a nuisance to the enemy around there. Yeah, I had to actually reload... Well, not reload, but basically save and then... come back into the game to stop the messages, because it was just spamming so hard. Yeah, actually I went to the inventory screen for a very good reason. I wanted to actually see this guy's armor. So yeah, he's actually wearing, as you could see here, Imrahil's armor, which I very much think is... I actually think it's pretty good. The boots are very good, specifically. The boots are very good. I think the boots are really good, and otherwise... I think we have better stuff. Yeah. So the question is, do we want to steal his boots? Yes, I think we will. I think we will steal his boots, because I am wearing relatively similar boots, so I think that he won't really mind. As you can see, they look exactly the same as what he was using beforehand, so I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing we do want to get him, though, is we really badly actually want to get him... a horse. Yes, he needs a horse. He needs a horse. The question is, do I have any saddles that are actually any good? No, I don't have any saddles that are actually any good. So that's very bad, but you know, I guess that's just how it's going to go. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I will make my way over to Minas Tirith, and we'll try and see if we can do a little bit of something. I am a little bit... I'm not entirely sure if... That's the thing. If we execute, right? If we execute people, we are going to lose relation with Gondor, which is kind of bad. We don't really want to do that, right? We don't really want to do that. I mean, despite us literally only being a mercenary, I mean, I say only, but being a mercenary is actually kind of amazing because we have so much flexibility, and well, that's something that the you know, vassal status doesn't really provide us that much. Because obviously in a mercenary situation, we can pretty much leave the faction anytime we want. We don't really have that many, shall we say, responsibilities. We don't really have to be like, oh no, I must immediately go over there and defend this, and so on and so forth. However, you also don't gain any bonuses as a result of the policies instituted, as far as I am aware. I'm not entirely sure if we do gain those bonuses. I don't think we do. No, I don't think we do. So there is that. So it could potentially be the way to go, that we do something about it. You know, maybe we actually, you know, bite the bullet, as it were, and maybe become a vassal. I'm not entirely sure if that's a good idea, though. I'm basically just running across every single Dunlendings I possibly can. Every single Dunlendings party, that is. Look at my medicine skill. It's just leveling up at an absolutely record pace here. Really nice. We also leveled up once again. Okay, so the question is, I think we'll probably go for leadership skill, won't we? Yeah, I think we'll probably go for leadership. I mean, I'm going to be continuing to level up troops every single time. Could go for charm skill as well. Charm skill is obviously really good in general. I mean, I personally really like charm skill for a variety of reasons. Okay, wait a minute. Let me actually just continue to run in here. We are losing a handful of people from auto-resolve, but I personally don't really care about that too much. Generally, I could go in there manually, you know, I could do the whole thing where I just go in and I fight these guys, but look at how much cash I'm making right now. I'm making 10,000. 10,000 every single day. This guy is never going to escape us. Not in a million years. I'm sorry to say, sir. Not in a million years will you escape. And there you go. There it is. We're going to be taking these guys prisoners. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to institute a small rule. And the rule is going to be that we will take Uruks prisoner, but we will most likely let humans go. Okay. So that's what we'll try to implement. Not sure if that's particularly I'm not sure if that's a particularly good idea, but I feel like that is the most conducive to a somewhat nice leveling environment. We're actually going to be leveling really, really quickly from that. The question is, do we want citizen militia or do we want veterans respect? Veterans respect is this used to be one of the most top tier perks in the entire game. But then they changed it. Yeah, I mean, it's good in base game, I guess. It's good in base game, but I'm going to go for Citizen Militia, I suppose, even though we don't really need morale in any way. But yeah, I guess that's... I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. Anyway, okay, so... Oh, hello. Okay, so we got 2 Nazgul. Look at this. Okay, 2 Nazgul. This is... I could take this guy. I think I could take this guy on. What do you think? He's looking dangerous. He is looking real dangerous. I'm actually not entirely sure if we can. I have 155 when at full strength, so I think what we're going to do... Just going to wait around for a little bit. Whoa, okay, there's the Witch King himself as well. Alright, okay. I'm moving at 15.3. He's moving at 9.6. Where is he actually running right now? He's traveling to Minas Morgul. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Can I actually go there with him? Yes. It looks like I can. Interesting. The Westos Gileath is actually rebelling at the moment, by the way, as well, which is absolutely perfect. That is really, really nice. I'm going to try to ambush him. This is also the reason why I personally feel like the base game should have things like ambushes and stuff like that. I mean, that would be so nice, wouldn't it? Basically, I could set up a nice little ambush in this bottleneck here, and then as soon as this guy gets close, boom, we pounce on him. That would be amazing. But unfortunately, we don't have that capability. All right, let's do this. Hello there. Okay, you are absolutely the most... Wow, this guy is dangerous. This guy is super, super dangerous. I have no idea whether we are going to even be able to achieve victory here. But, yeah, I think... Wait a minute. Who's actually... she's missing charm skill. Oh, wow. Okay, I've just actually loaded in here and look... Okay. This is actually crazy. If we are going to get an aggressive push by our opponent here, this is literally... Wow, this is going to be an absolute massacre. Or it should be an absolute massacre if we play this correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these guys round about here. I'm actually not entirely... You know what? We're going to do a little bit of... Can I have a little bit... I don't have a little bit further than that. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that we'd have the ability to place some people on this little section here. But unfortunately, the zone ends around about there instead, which is very sad. But yeah, I guess that's just how it goes. So what we'll do is we're going to be putting my... yeah, I should probably put someone as the leader of the... the leader of the archers, but I'm not entirely sure who should really do that. I guess Aragorn should actually be the leader of the archers, shouldn't he? Because he has 220 in bows. I don't think anyone else has 220 bows. Oh, this guy does have 220 in bows. But Aragorn is not on a mount. This guy is also on a mount? No, he's not. This guy's not on a mount, so he's going to be the infantry guy. And then we have this fellow who has good riding skill. I think Swan has good riding skill, doesn't he? He has 270. So he doesn't have 300, which would be really, really nice here. Yeah, I mean, I personally could put myself there, but you can see that I don't really have a huge list of stuff that is going to be providing us with some massive bonuses. So I'm thinking Swan is going to be the guy that will lead the cavalry for the moment, because you can see here, he's got amazing, amazing things. And unfortunately, he took the wrong perk in the riding skill tree. So we're going to have to actually go and respec him after this, if we actually end up winning. Which is, I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be possible, to be honest, friends. Yes, I don't know. But what we're going to do is we're going to tell my cavalry to follow me. Hopefully they're going to follow me quite nicely. And what we're going to do is we're going to try a little bit of... I'm not sure if this is actually going to work. So this is going to be a little bit... maybe a little bit dicey. I don't actually know whether this will work. I mean, it's looking relatively good right now. But yeah, you can see here we got a scout actually seeing where we are, which is... Well, they probably already see where we are, to be honest, but... Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Let's actually just try. Okay, so we just basically need our forces to be a little bit, you know, just a little bit wary. And indeed, I could technically charge at these archers and absolutely destroy them. This is one of the... I'm going to say it right now. I actually feel like this is one of the best maps I have ever seen. Nice damage. NAZGUL right there. He's got insane gear. Okay, we're gonna have a bit of a problem with this. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to tell my forces to pull back. Let's pull back. Let's pull back. We're just doing hit and runs. That's it. We're just trying to scatter the opponent. And that's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to scatter the opponent. Going to try to cause panic among them. You know, try to do things like that. And we're going to get out of here, actually. We're going to get out of here so dramatically that the enemy is going to have to follow us to the edge of the battlefield. Or near to the edge. That is what we are ideally going to do. Because you could see here, look at what's happening right now. Look at what's happening. We're dragging the cavalry of the opponent over to us, which is obviously the point. That is what we want to do. And the enemies, okay, oh yeah, they're doing that. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. We don't have to worry about this too much. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to pull back kind of dramatically here. Maybe it's a bit too much. I don't know. But we're going to pull back quite a lot. We've already eliminated, as you can see, all of the cavalry has been destroyed. So that's decent-ish. And now, as you see, they are going back to their previous formation, which is perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to wait. And we're going to see whether the opponent... this is exactly the reason why... Yeah, this is exactly the reason why generally I tend to be quite aggressive against the AI, because they do things like this, where we're going to be, I mean, literally, look at the timer at the top of the screen. We have 6 minutes, 40 seconds, and I'm gonna bet you, I don't know, I'll bet you $1, okay? I'll bet you $1 that these guys are gonna be standing here in 5 minutes, right? So let's just say 5 minutes, 12 minutes total, right? 12 minutes total. They are going to be still standing there, and they will not have moved. Okay, they'll probably maybe move a little bit, but they're not actually gonna charge. Let's actually just speed things up and actually see whether they do something. It is highly unlikely. And yeah, that's kind of one of the problems with with Bannerlord's AI. Sometimes they do tend to take things a little bit too seriously when it comes to defensiveness. And yes, you can see here it's now 10 minutes 30 and they have not moved an inch, as you can see right there. So I could go for another 1 minute 30 and actually have a look. It's not looking good right now. Let's just say that it's not looking good right now. And there's 12 minutes 30, yeah, and they have not moved. So we are going to actually have to do something. We're going to have to do something about this. Kind of unfortunate that they didn't decide to move, because, you know, in actuality, they have a, well, they know that the environment is really very much favoring us. They know that our archers are in good positions, and they really want to... Yeah, they really want to do some annoying stuff to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually tell our infantry to charge. We're going to tell them to charge, straight up. And we're going to keep an eye on this, and we're going to put our bowman over there. This is really not very good, by the way. This is not a good idea. I technically shouldn't be doing this, but the thing is, what else are we supposed to do? Because otherwise we're just going to be sitting here for hours waiting for the AI to move. It's just not going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around here, and we're going to literally just do, once again, a massive charge at the enemy archers. Wow, that was a nice hit. Wow, 8 damage. Good work. Yeah, that that was pretty terrible, wasn't it? Yeah, that was pretty terrible. Okay, yeah. So we should be absolutely fine here as long as we can start actually killing things. And obviously we have to bear in mind that the enemy is capable of doing the bracing ability, which is what caught us off guard in the previous episode quite dramatically there. So, yeah, but we should be completely fine. We are massively destroying the opponent. And, yeah, my archers are now in position. This is fantastic. I don't know where the NAZGUL is. Doesn't seem to be getting many kills, which I have to admit I'm very pleased about. Here we go. Good damage. And we can maybe do a little bit of something here. Nice. Oh, don't fall. Okay, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Not much damage taken. Not much damage taken. That's all that really matters here. And we are getting some pretty nice riding skill. We might even be able to get 275. There's the NAZGUL. I actually want to murder that guy if at all possible. We are most likely going to be getting massive experience if we are capable of doing that. Unfortunately, he's got insane armor, as you can tell. Even piercing damage doesn't really seem to do too much. Yeah, this guy is going to be harsh. He's good at blocking too. Obviously he's going to be good at blocking. He's going to be fantastic at that. Ooh, nice. Yes, we did some good damage to him. He's got great HP too, obviously, so... yeah, he's going to be very, very dangerous. If we actually get into any kind of slugging match with him, it's not really going to work out too well for us. Okay, we should be fine here. I think we are actually going to be able to achieve victory. And his horse is... I should have taken out his horse. That actually would have been a good idea way beforehand. I decided for some reason to target him instead. I was kind of hoping that we could use his speed bonus against him, but there you go. He wasn't really able to do too much, and we did actually end up losing 9 troops, which for me personally isn't even that bad because we mostly lost, as you see here, caravan guards. Just caravan guards, and we got 54 renown for that, 74 influence, very, very nice. And we also have a NAZGUL in our possession. So the question is, do we want to execute this fellow? And for me personally, I actually think this is probably going to be worth it. Don't you think? I think this is probably going to be worth it. I mean, look at the insane stats that this guy actually has. He has 219 leadership. How much? Does he have a huge amount of medicine skill or no? No, I don't think he has any. No, he has 80. He has 80 in medicine. All right, okay. Well, that's very, very low. So we don't need to worry about that too much. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe we wanna execute him. What do you think? I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. But let's actually just take a quick look at what he has available. Let's just recruit all of the Gondorians. Wow, we might actually be able to get all of them. Like, actually get all of them. I certainly wasn't expecting to get that, but yes, okay, apparently we do. What about the militiamen? Do they actually become something? Yes, they do, kind of. Let's get those and this, and then a couple of these, I guess, and then that's it. All right, so we have loads and loads of very, very good prisoners here as well, so we're going to be taking all of those, and massive amounts of experience gained too, which is even better. Okay, let's get some Fountain Guard veterans. Let's level those guys up. There we go. Massive amounts of leadership skill coming our way, hopefully. Yeah, actually, just 2 points, but that's good enough, I suppose. And very, very good armor available here. But again, as I said before, I'm not going to be wearing any Mordor armor at all. Okay, so the question is, do we want to suffer relation decreases with everyone in Gondor to be able to eliminate a NAZGUL? I think we probably do. For me personally, I think we probably do. So, oh, hello, there's another one. Wow. Okay, what's actually going on here? Look at this. The Mouth of Sauron, as well as a number of other vassals, are congregating around West Osgiliath. There's another Nazgul right there as well. Okay, you know what? Considering these guys literally have they have such high strength, I'm literally going to do this. I'm going to execute. That is going to, as I said, make some problems with relation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. I'm going to reload so that we can get rid of those relation pop-ups. Alright, so our main objective right now, considering the fact that the Mordorian armies do seem to be relatively far away from us, is maybe to retake some of these fiefs. Not sure if we can make it work. There is another vassal here that I wouldn't mind fighting. He has so many veteran outriders, though. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, they're not going to be particularly dangerous. I mean, we know that they are not particularly dangerous, but he's a significant force. You know, he could literally add another 200 people to an army, and that's not what we want. He is traveling over here. You know what? Let's do it. He's got really good troops. Look at this. Wow. Okay, yeah, he's looking really quite dangerous. Okay, let's go in. Let's go in and see what we can do. This is I'm not entirely sure. It's the same kind of, isn't it? He's got the same amount of troops that the other fellow had, so this might very well cause us to have some problems. But again, I gotta say, I'm gonna say this right now, these battlefields, they are amazing. These are the kinds of battlefields I want to see almost all the time because they provide so much extra strategic depth. I mean, you saw the previous one. That's probably my favorite map in the entire game now, just purely because it had so many wonderful bridges and bottlenecks and hills that the archers can go on top of. I mean, no offense, obviously, but the AI is just yeah, they're not really. They're not really going to take advantage of it in any significant fashion, which I gotta say is very, very sad because it is just so good. You know, if you actually had the AI doing something with that, then it would be great. But the AI is very stubborn, as you saw, and they basically didn't allow us to do our wonderful little strategy there. But, it's okay. We don't really need to worry about that. We did end up achieving victory, nevertheless. Alright, so let's actually get over here. Let's go and put them into a loose formation, put these guys over here, put them into a shield wall, and then we're actually going to get these guys to follow us. That's probably what I should have done beforehand. Whoa, is it just me, or is the water looking weird? Do I have a setting on that makes the water look weird? I think I have a setting on that makes the water look weird. Don't look at it if you can help it. Yes, there are enemies in the water. Don't look at the enemies. That's terrible. Okay. Yeah, so for some reason, I think there must be a shader issue. I mean, that must be a shader issue on my part, and I must need to... I must need to change it or something like that, I assume. That's probably going to be the case. I'm just going to run through here a little bit. Okay, so they don't... they've got 33 archers. Okay, I was going to say... I was kind of wondering how much they actually have here. My forces should have a pretty good time of shooting from here. Maybe they do. Yeah, they seem to actually be killing quite a few people, which is quite nice. Let's actually head over here, see if we could do some damage. Nice. And now the question is... are we actually going to get a good flanking action going on? Because, are they actually... Oh, they're going in. Let's do it. Let's charge. Okay, come on, troll. Oh, I really wanted to do massive damage. I wanted to do massive damage to that troll right there, but unfortunately, I was just a little bit out of reach. Nice. That was a nice jump and thrust right there. Very, very good. Okay, now all we need to do is just try to... maybe murder a couple of these guys, try to eliminate some of the archers. And unfortunately, they are relatively unassaulted, which is not exactly great. But I can't really do much right now with that. So we're going to have to just take what we can get at this moment in time. Try to kill the troll. Nice. There we go. That was really, really good. Very specifically trying to target them, obviously. And if we can just eliminate these fellows, then we'll be very, very happy indeed. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Yep, there we go. That was actually remarkably good. We did very, very nicely there, in my opinion. Not too many losses. We literally had 7 losses. Funnily enough, I mean, my medicine skill is not even terrible right now. We have 153, but yet I'm still losing 8 people. What's going on with that? I don't know. We should technically not be losing that many, but you know, that's just how Bannerlord is. That's just how Mountain Blade is, actually, because if you look at Warbands as well, if you have a bunch of surgery skill in that, you're supposed to be able to prevent, you know, your forces from dying. But for some reason, whenever you have a bunch of high tier troops like we do right now, you always end up losing those, which is just funny. Not sure if that's happening here. No, it doesn't seem like it. We're losing a lot of low tier people, so that's absolutely fine. Anyway, 51.2 renown for us right there, as well as a heap of influence. Very nice, 70 something there. And indeed, we can take this guy prisoner once again if we want to, but you know what? I am actually just going to let him go.
Is that you?
I'm just going to let him go right there. And we are actually... Oh, look at this. We're freeing a bunch of Gondorians. That's great. That's absolutely perfect. Okay, so now here we go. This is where we potentially get the opportunity to rid ourselves of a handful of troops and actually gain some new ones. I'm obviously going to be leveling a load of people up so that we can hopefully get some really, really nice leadership skill level ups. And let's get some... let's get rid of some of these tier 2s. How many tier 2s do I actually have? I don't know. Yeah, so we can now take these, and we'll just take the tier 3s, the Dol Amroth guys. Dol Amroth we're mostly going to be going for here because I do like them a lot. We could go for some more skirmishers here. Another one of these, and there you go. All right. And then we can potentially take some of their prisoners as well. Let's actually see what we can do here. Let's just take these 2, and then we will take the rest. There we go. This armor troll is going to sell for a huge amount, by the way. Should sell for a huge amount. And we'll take all of this as well. There we go. Okay, very, very significant gains right there. A load of money. Okay, so the question is, do we want to fight that? Probably not. Probably not right now. Okay, so let's take a look at Pelagia for a real quick second, because if we can make a move while the Mouth of Sauron is nowhere nearby... Oh, wow, what's this guy? Okay. There are so many vassals. There are so many vassals, it's actually crazy. Okay, so I'm going to need to go over here to be able to sell. So that is what we will do. No. What just happened right here? I actually have to travel through Pelagia to be able to get to the other section of Gondor? Whoa, that's dangerous. I can't believe I just did that, to be honest, but okay. I certainly wasn't expecting that. Not in a million years. Okay, so let's just sell these. That's going to be 19,000. Let's do a little bit of a donation here. Donate these prisoners. 42 influence. That's actually insane. And look at the amount of charm skill we're getting. 16 charm skill, 11 charm skill. That is amazing. That is literally the most amazing thing ever. I love being able to do that. And we got some good medicine skill level ups as well. Let's go for Pristine Streets. I actually really, really like that. And we got Charm Skill twice. We're going to be going for Firebrand. I like that a great deal too. And these are Slick Negotiator and Effort for the People. Absolutely useless in this mod, unfortunately, I think. We're not really going to be bartering at all with anyone. Let's go for some... Should we go for some Tactics or Charm Skill? Charm Skill, I guess. Yeah, Charm Skill sounds pretty good. Okay, yeah, so that is pretty nice. Do we need to... No, we don't need to recruit anyone. Look at that. We don't need to recruit anyone at all. Let's take a look. Okay, they only have 35,000. That is kind of unfortunate. We do have a lot of random pieces of loot here. I got lots of grain. Let's get rid of some of the grain, because we don't really need that too much. That's... Whoa, okay, that's a lot of money. Let's actually see if we can buy something here that is going to be somewhat useful for us. I'm thinking helmets right now, actually. We could get this, which is slightly better for us. Yeah, should I just get it? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get it. Why not? And we're gonna get this guy a slightly nice upgrade for him. It's not that much, actually, surprisingly enough. He's wearing some pretty good stuff, all things considered. I certainly wasn't expecting that in a million years. Okay, let's just get him some of this. Let's get him this, and 73,000. Are you serious? Okay. Yeah. Let's sell all of that. 96,000 now. Okay, 96,000. Right. So we'll give him this. 22,000 now. Do we could get him some boots, I guess. These boots are not that good though. I don't really want to do that. Okay, what about a nice weapon? Gondor Spear. Wait a minute. Is that better than what I have? That looks really nice, actually. Look at that. Oh, yeah. I think I'm probably going to take this. Yeah. I'm going to use this. That sounds really, really good. And this fellow could probably use one of these one-handed swords. So let's give him that instead. And what about a nice little shield? These Mordor shields are obviously not going to really work too well. What about this one? There we go. He's actually using... Okay, he's using a rusty Rohan spear as well, but I don't think I have anything for him apart from my own... my old one, so I guess I could give him that. There you go. Okay, that's gonna have to do, I guess. We could give him some better horse armor too. Why haven't I upgraded this guy? I haven't upgraded this guy in 10,000 years. It's absolutely terrible. Okay, so let's upgrade that fellow as well, and we also have a new mount here that I could potentially equip on myself, which I will do. There you have it. Okay, so we're still losing 10,000. Let's buy some chain armor, I guess. There you go. All right, good enough, right? Good enough. Okay, so Pelagia is indeed... not that much, actually. Not that much. But 180 people. I don't think I really have enough to be able to do this. Or do I? I'm pretty close, actually, to getting to the next clan tier. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to run some interference around here. I'm going to fight this guy, for sure. Hello there, sir. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is going to be... Well, in comparison to fighting against the NAZGUL, I think this is probably going to be relatively simple. But... let's not get overconfident now. Yes, let's not get overconfident, because there are many, many times in... Well, there have been times in the past when I have actually seen some really weird stuff. Like, for example, you know, we've gone into a battle where we expected to win very, very easily, and then I ended up losing so many troops. So it's probably a good idea for us to be a little bit wary of that. Okay, let's get these guys over there. These fellows here, put them into a shield wall formation, put these guys into a follow formation, and then we can speed things up a little bit. And the enemy is literally just waiting there. Of course they are. Okay, so the enemy is literally waiting there for no reason at all. And indeed, we are going to be using our new spear. We're going to be using our new horse, which is very nice. And I'm not entirely sure how we're really going to do this. I guess the best course of action for me right now is to try and perform some kind of hit and run attack. Let's see if we can do this. Yep, that's what I thought. Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay. How painful, how painful. Okay, should be fine, should be fine. Don't really want to get embroiled in a battle over there, if at all possible. So, let's get my other people to come over here. Now that we've kind of scouted out the battlefield somewhat. I'm just thankful we have some Rohan units, because they're actually really, really good on horseback. They do have their skirmishers, and they're able to throw those thrown weapons really nicely, so that they can do big front load damage and actually deal some nice hits. The question is, do we just want to charge in? That's the thing. Do we literally just want to charge in with our cavalry here? If we do that, we are going to suffer so many casualties, it's not even going to be funny. So I'm kind of wanting to try and not do that. Even though I am kind of doing that right now. without really meaning to, but I guess that's okay as long as my forces don't really get stopped that hard. As long as we don't lose too many, I think it's okay. No, it seems alright. Seems alright. Okay, let's try and eliminate this guy if we can. No, never mind. He avoided it. Okay, so, oh, okay. We can actually tell our infantry to charge, potentially. My archers are actually getting a huge amount of kills right now, which is surprising. But maybe if we have a bunch of them maxed to the highest level, that might be working really, really well for us. Okay, so far, things are not looking too bad. And let's tell them to charge. Let's go. Let's just tell them to charge in now. Why not? They're right there. Might as well. Let's try and do some damage ourselves. And that's it. Yep, that was it. I don't know whether we needed to be that that cautious, to be honest. It feels, you know, that we were pretty easily capable of eliminating this guy, but well, never mind. Okay, yeah, and as you can see, we literally ended up losing 3 Rohan Caravan Guards, which we really don't have to worry about that much at all. As we've seen, Caravan Guards are kind of average in terms of troops, so we don't really need to be super concerned about losing them. Anyway, there you go. We were able to capture... I'm going to capture him. I'm going to capture him. Why not? There we go. Okay, so we do have a couple of people. Do I want these? Yeah, kind of, I guess. Let's get the tier 4s at least. There we go. Can't take any more. We could take all of these prisoners, though. Thank you very much. We can also level up these fellows, too. That is going to be pretty nice. Get some spearmen there. Lamadon guards. There we go. And we can now take that. And there we have it. Okay. Very, very good. We are actually farming huge amounts of very valuable resources right now. And yeah, I mean, look, have you seen my influence recently? Look at my influence right now. We have 304 influence, which is insane if you think about how much cash we are getting from the mercenary contract. You could see here, the mercenary contract is going to be taking 61 from us. And in exchange, is going to be giving us so much cash. It's actually going to be crazy. So let's take a look at what's happening. And there it is, 24,000 in cash immediately. Wow, that is insanely good. And you can see here that obviously we have Rohan completely and utterly murdering Dunland in almost every single respect. And you can see here they have 1, 2 towns and 1, 2, 3, 4 castles. So they are basically out of here. They are basically done. Obviously, we have Gundabad. They are not really being attacked by anyone. Rune is not really being attacked by anyone at all, as well as obviously the Men of Dale. It could be that the distances between the factions maybe are a little bit too long, but I don't know. Obviously, the global speed multiplier is definitely going to help with that. It's really going to make a big difference. And otherwise, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to make our way over here to Pelagia, and we're going to actually see if I can do some... Oh, they've got another guy in there now. Okay, that's kind of bad. I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to possibly do something there. Okay, let's go through Pelagia. I might get attacked. No? Oh no, he left. Oh, he left. This is actually perfect for us. Okay, we're going to be attacking him. It is a little bit... maybe it's dark. Yeah, it might be dark. I'm going to make it brighter in editing if it is dark, okay? So we're not going to have too much problem there. I'm going to go for Horde Leader. Horde Leader, plus 10 party size. How can we say no to that? That's going to be really, really good. Let's go in and see what we can do against him. And once we've done this, this is hopefully going to clear the way for a little bit of a preemptive siege. It seems like it's not that dark. on the battlefield at least, so that's quite nice. All right, so this is really kind of a kind of an interesting battlefield. Generally, anytime, and this is going to be a thing that if you're not very experienced in the game, I would definitely 100% recommend. Just find a rock, you know, just find a rock formation like this, or just a very very solitary boulder in the middle of nowhere, and you can just congregate your forces around that, and you will literally have such a massive advantage as a result. It's going to be incredible. You will see. It's very, very good. Anyway, let's... Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, he's got a lot of cavalry. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Let's put these guys over here. I'm just going to go for like a standard formation right now. We're just going to go for defensiveness with our other characters. And then with our cavalry, we're obviously going to be going a little bit aggressive. Wow, okay. I'm not entirely sure what that guy was doing, but alright. Nice. Just trying to do some damage here. Trying to do a little bit of damage going through the cavalry. Not really trying super hard to be aggressive right now. We're just very lightly doing some damage. We're not really going all out just yet. Because we know that patience is what is actually going to win us the game. Is it? Not really, no. Not really. Sometimes, but not not in this case, I don't think. Gonna tell our forces to charge in here. I'm gonna actually take my cavalry away from this spot, and we are then gonna charge back on in just a moment. And I think we're gonna do that round about now. There we go. Round about now, so that a lot of them are actually gonna be focusing on a few of the archers, which is gonna be very, very nice. And we should be pretty good here. I mean, literally, we should be absolutely fine. This was a very nice formation-destroying attack. This is... yeah, and this is going to be a thing that generally is going to be a bit of an obvious thing to say, but did you see what happened? The AI actually made a move. You know? They actually moved towards us, and I think that's personally the reason why we're having such good success in this case, because they're not playing defensively, they're playing aggressively, which is definitely making a big, big difference to our overall ability to murder them. And I personally felt like that was so much better than what we've experienced in the last couple of battles. And I personally had a lot more fun. I had a lot more fun because the AI is not playing, you know, like they're, oh, you know, it's very, very unfortunate when they play super defensively like that. But yeah, anyway, there you go. We did eliminate him. Going to be taking him prisoner, of course. This is where I wish I kind of had taken scouting skill. But, you know, I can't really do much about that now, can I? Okay, so let's just do something like this. Yes, let's get some more of those knights. And there we go. Fountain Guard Veteran. Level those up. Let's get some Lamedon Guards. And there we have it. Okay. 4,600, very, very nice. And we can also take the loot. And we're going to have to get rid of a couple of prisoners, because otherwise we're going to lose some people. And I don't necessarily want to do that, thank you. Let's just do this, there we go. Alright, and now, yeah, so now Pelargia is up for grabs, technically. I wouldn't say that it is up for grabs for any particular reason, because let's face it, it still has an insane amount of people in there. But the question is, do we think we can retake Pelargia with 160 people? It's probably unlikely. It's probably unlikely. And I'm thinking right now that maybe what we want to do, I'm going to assume that the Mouth of Sauron will probably come along in just a second, but I think what we're going to do, or what we're going to try to do, is if someone comes along here, if an army comes along, we're going to run away. We're going to wait for some time until all of my influence is gone, and then we're maybe going to join as a vassal, or join Gondor as a vassal, and then we will actually do remarkably good coordinated attacks against the opponent. Because right now, we don't really have the opportunity to do that. I have no ability to call for an army or anything like that. I cannot do that as a mercenary. And, yeah.
Hold right there. Now then,
Very interesting. Okay, why did he do that? Oh, it's because he's going in with the garrison. Okay. Yeah, okay. I thought to myself, okay, that's a bit weird because I didn't see that the garrison had joined just yet. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's what's happening. Okay. We'll go for athletic skill here. And we are going to yeah. We're gonna go in. The question is, what does he have? Bunch of Gondorians? Really? Bunch of Gondorians on their side? Okay, that's kind of harsh. Doesn't seem to have any trolls. Does he have any trolls here? Wow, trolls seem to be very, very rare now. That's what it seems like, at least to me. Okay, so this is going to be very intriguing because on the one hand, I feel as though we have the advantage. But on the other hand, I think, maybe not, actually. Maybe not, maybe not. Okay, let's, ooh, good battlefield. I like this. This rock formation right here is absolutely fantastic for outnumbered. And we have so few troops on the battlefield now in comparison to what we had beforehand. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, okay, well, first of all, let's just get on the battlefield to try to see where they are. Okay, they're very far away, so we don't need to rush too hard here. Okay, let's just get on top here. Oh, we got a nice overview. Our archers are not really going to be able to capitalize on that because we're just not going to have the range. Oh. Oh, this is so good. Unfortunately, we're not really going to have the opportunity to capitalize on this either. This is very bad. Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We're just going to be patient. We're not going to try to rush, because if you try to rush and get into a place that is just... Well, to be fair, it is much better. Don't get me wrong. It is much better if we were to get over there and try to shoot as they are traveling across the water, because they're going to be walking a lot slower. So if we could get over there in time, this would be perfect. But I personally believe that going over there in an, shall we say, disorganized manner, probably not going to be the best idea, and the enemy's probably going to pick us apart. Infantry! If they can. Let's move our infantry around about there. Let's put them into a shield wall formation as well. And we're going to run a little bit of, well, a couple of hit and run attacks, I suppose. I mean, the enemy is literally just charging us by the looks of things. They seem to be charging us with very little concern for their own health, which is very strange. Yeah, I mean, you can see that very clearly. I mean, they're not really doing... they want to overwhelm us. Oh, yes, that's what they want to do. They want to overwhelm us with numbers. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense now. Okay, yeah, that's what they want to do. That is their strategy. That is the entire thing that they're trying to go for here, which is to be expected, of course. That is to be expected. We don't really need to worry about that too much, though. They do have loads of trolls, by the way. I did not see how many trolls they had, but apparently they do. They have a load of them. We're just going to charge through here, and the main reason why we're going to do that is so that we can potentially attack their archers. They do seem to be blocking quite dramatically, which is kind of funny, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so we're just going to charge right here. We're just going to literally charge right here on top of the archers, and then we're going to tell them to hold, well, tell them to follow me once again in just a moment. Because we ideally just want to try to cause a bit of a panic in the enemy's lines. We want them to think, oh no, we're losing so many troops, what are we going to do about that? You know, that's kind of what we want. Unfortunately, my cavalry are now deciding that they want to attack the main globule of units, which is, I suppose, to be expected. Okay, let's tell them to follow me. We've attacked enough for now. Let's just get out of there. How are my archers doing? Are they actually firing? Yeah, they are actually firing. Kind of. Ugh. Yeah, it's such a good location, but unfortunately, because of the way that the rocks are right now, they're not really benefiting that much from being up there. Okay, here we go. This is going to be dangerous. This is going to be very, very dangerous. The question is, are my archers actually... yeah, we might have some good... Oh, we might have some good luck here. We might have some good luck. Okay, let's try not to get shot in the face. Okay. Nice. We killed one of the armor trolls. Absolutely perfect. Okay, that's wonderful. Try not to get stopped, guys. Try not to get stopped. That's all I'm asking for right now. I literally just do not want them to get stopped. Okay, my archers are actually still completely unassaulted right now, which is perfect. Okay. Yeah, we got to be careful here. I don't want the infantry of the opponent to get too close to us. That's the main priority right now. Yeah, I said that's the main priority right now as he runs straight through all the infantry. That sounds like a terrible idea. That was a terrible idea. As you could see, we ended up losing quite a few troops as a result of that. But that's okay. It's all right. You know, we're still fine. We're still actually doing remarkably well, as you could see from the ratio of kills. We've killed 141, and the opponent has only eliminated 11 of us, which is fantastic. But obviously, you have to bear in mind, we are only 170. We only have 170 in our army right now. So, I'm going to continue being a bit of an idiot to them, you know? I'm going to try to be very, very cheeky here. Okay, we don't want to charge in here. My archers are actually doing very, very nicely, shooting them in the back right now. So I kind of want to continue that. Ah, wait a minute. Are they actually charging? Oh dear. Might have a problem here. Maybe. Okay, we don't want to get stopped. Man, my archers are getting so many kills right now. My archers are getting good kills. This is absolutely fantastic. Enemy reinforcements have arrived, by the way. They are coming across the water over there. Let's be careful. Yeah, my archers are actually getting significant kills. Very surprising, actually. I never thought that they would actually do that, considering Uruks have such good shields. But we're getting lucky. Nice damage. Nice damage. That's what we want to see. We just need to be as petty as possible. That's literally... that's actually one of the key things to think about. If you're thinking, hey, you know, what's the best way to win battles? It's actually being... it's actually being a bit cheap. You know, it's actually being a little bit petty to the opponent. And trying to see... look at this. This is absolutely perfect. Okay, we're going to charge in right here. This is perfect. One of the best situations for charging right now. Unfortunately, these fellows are charging right past them, which is not great. I certainly don't want that. But that's okay, I guess. I mean, these fellows are kind of spread out as it is. Archers, kill some of those. Okay, we need to tell my cavalry to follow me once again, because we really want them to make sure we don't lose too many. We don't want to lose too many. We don't want them to just run off randomly, recklessly into the opponent. I think my archers are probably out of arrows by now, by the way. I think they probably are. Yes, they are out of arrows, so we cannot count on them any further for any additional assistance. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do something like this. Let me see now. We're going to go like this. Engage those guys. There we go. That's what we're going to do. Not a big fan of doing this command. I'm not a terribly... I don't really like this command that much, because I feel like it limits their mobility quite significantly, but... well, it doesn't really matter, you know. If we can make it work, then that's all that matters here. Ooh. Okay. Gonna tell them to follow me once again. Don't want the infantry getting too close. Are they actually gonna... oh, wait. Are they actually doing something? Oh, no, they're not. Okay, that's interesting. Are they actually trying to bait us? I think they seem to be trying to bait us, to be honest. That seems to be the case. Very intriguing. Okay. Well, it's all good. Nah, we're fine. I think we're fine. I think we've eliminated a lot of high-tier troops. I'm gonna consistently... I'm still going to be playing really petty, right? I am going to be playing like this guy is my mortal nemesis. And, That's it. That's all there is to it. Ow. Okay. Let's tell my infantry to charge in, tell my cavalry to charge in. Let's close the deal, shall we? Let's close the deal. And the enemy is actually coming in with reinforcements, but that is not going to do much. They are all going to be killed by the time their reinforcements get here. Or at least they should be. Hopefully. I'm not sure, actually, if that's going to be the case. There are so many cavalry here. It's actually kind of staggering. Cavalry. So many troops here, indeed. So many infantry and all that stuff. Okay, so, it's just archers. 26 archers are looking to come over here. That is not really going to be that dangerous for us. We don't really need to worry too much. Let's tell my cavalry to follow me once again. Tell my infantry to go back into a shield wall formation. I'm leaving my archers back because I do not want them to die. That's it. That's the only reason. Okay, we're gonna have to be a bit careful here. Yeah, there's still a relatively healthy population of infantry over here as well. Look at this. Actually, still a lot of people. How many people do they have? 150. That's insane. They still have 150? How? How do they still have that? I don't know. They just have a lot, I guess. Oh, did I really just get killed? Yes, I did. Okay, that's going to be a problem. I'm actually not entirely sure if that is going to be... that's... We've killed 370. They only have 500 total as far as I'm aware, right? I think. We might be okay still. We might be okay still. I mean, look, they're scattered. We should have this in the bag, right? Yeah, I think we should have this in the bag. Let's speed this up. Yeah. No, we've definitely got this. Yeah. No. They are absolutely 100% demoralized. They are running. They're retreating, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that is fantastic. This is literally probably one of the biggest swings that we've had so far in the war, with the exception of us eliminating a NAZGUL. So yeah, this is very, very good. You can see here we lost 11 people. Really not very bad at all. 138 renown, 135 influence. Absolutely fantastic. We ended up losing 3 Knights of the Silver Swan, which is very expensive. But they ended up killing 156. And obviously our Blackroot Vale Longbowmen and Elite Longbowmen, they are getting insanely massive amounts of kills, which is absolutely fantastic. And that definitely says to me, go and get some more of those. Yes, that definitely says go and get some more of those. So that's what I will be doing in my off-screen time. I will probably go over to Morlad immediately and try to get those. However, yes, and there's the Beartooth clan. There we go. We leveled up to clan tier 4. Absolutely perfect. Leadership skill leveling up really, really nicely too. And we can level these guys. And we also now have 215 in party capacity, which is absolutely amazing. That is so, so good. Okay. Now let's actually have just a quick look at what's going. Now let's just have a quick look about what's going on in and around Pelagia, because this is going to be the biggest deal, right? This is going to be the biggest deal to us right now because we have eliminated their garrison. We cannot really allow them to resupply the garrison. So if we can maybe do something about that, I will be in a very good mood. Let's see if that's actually the case. Let's see. Come on now. Okay, wait. Let's continue the siege. Okay, they have 191 militia still remaining here. If we can rest a little bit, we will do very nicely. Ooh, plus 30% damage bonus from speed with polearms. The only problem is, okay, look. See, here's the thing. If I take Unstoppable Force, I'm going to have to be the captain. I'm going to take Sure-Footed just because I think that's probably going to be slightly better for us. We're going to be going for Uplifting Spirit because plus 10 party size limit. How can you say no to that? Yes, that's going to be very, very good. And we're going to be going for an additional focus point into one-handed here. I know, I really shouldn't do that, but I am going to. And we're going to be putting our
Final 7th point in intelligence here. So that means that medicine skill, when it feels when it feels like it will finally get to 275. It's going to take an age to get there, of course. And let's actually see what happens, because I am... You know what I'm actually going to do? I think we're going to charge in here as soon as I have enough troops. No. Oh, wait. Ooh, okay, wait. We could potentially... I mean, I could beat this guy. Right? I think we could beat this guy. However, we're going to charge in. Okay, let's see how we do. This is going to be a big deal. If we can... if we can capture this... Yeah, if we can capture this, this is going to be fantastic. Obviously, they have about 200 people. Cavalry that we have are not so good in sieges. I mean, cavalry do have a slight disadvantage going into a siege. So, I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be okay here, but hopefully we will. Wait a minute. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? This is a custom scene right here. This is indeed a custom scene. This is crazy cool. All right, so what we're going to do is going to put these guys here. I'm just going to randomly put people on there, I guess. Just going to put people on who have the most benefits. And we are otherwise just going to make our way here. Okay, so the question is, do they have catapults? Oh, they do. Oh, no. This is very bad. Okay, maybe I should have bombarded them a little bit, but the problem is if I bombard them, you know what's going to happen? We're going to get attacked by all these vassals, and it's going to be very problematic. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Can I actually get up here? Oh, no. You know what? I'm not going to do this myself. Oh, no. Please, come on, guys. If I lose more people due to catapults, I'm going to have to retreat. Yeah, this is not going to work, I don't think. Despite them only having militia left, this is... I've already said, you know, once before that actually militia in this mod are really good. They're actually very, very strong, and I'm going to die here, very, very sure. Am I? Am I? Yep, I think so. Yep. Ah, okay. Nah, that's not going to work. Unfortunate for me that is not going to work. We're going to have to retreat from here. And we're going to have to come back at another point and try to do something. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's either that I have to fight this guy or that I went in for the siege. That's basically the deal there. So, yeah. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.